The FBI's investigation into illegal sports betting has now extended to the NBA sidelines.
The indictment details specific examples where the defendants profited from illegal gambling and illegal betting on various NBA games.
Word has it that just moments after FBI agents confronted both coaches over fixed game bets, tensions boiled over, and a newly surfaced video showing Chauncey Billups' altercation with the FBI might finally expose who knew what and when. We have the full story. Let's break it down. The scandal unfolds. On October 23, 2025, the basketball world woke up to complete chaos. What began as an ordinary NBA game day quickly turned into one of the most shocking and widespread scandals in professional sports history. We're talking about arrests, FBI raids across 11 states, mafia ties, rigged poker games, insider betting schemes, and NBA coaches and players being taken into federal custody. This isn't a made-up Hollywood script. This is reality, and it is happening right before our eyes with consequences that could completely change how we see professional basketball forever. Federal officials confirmed arrests in 2 linked betting operations that have shaken the National Basketball Association to its foundation. The probes named Operation Royal Flush and Operation Nothing But Bet reveal what prosecutors describe as advanced criminal networks that used modern technology and insider access to take advantage of the fast-growing connection between professional sports and legal gambling in the United States. Let us begin with the major figures whose involvement sent shock waves through the entire sports world. Portland Trail Blazers head coach Chauncey Billups, a respected 2024 Basketball Hall of Fame inductee and the 2004 NBA Finals MVP, was taken into custody and charged with allegedly acting as what prosecutors describe as a front figure in complex fixed poker schemes. Think about that for a second: a Hall of Famer, a champion, someone admired by millions of basketball fans for years, now facing major federal accusations that could put him in prison for a long time. But Billups was not the only one under the intense focus of federal authorities. Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier was also detained, accused of something almost unbelievable, allegedly informing associates about faking an injury during a match so they could profit by betting on his statistical unders. We are looking at a professional athlete possibly altering his own gameplay, intentionally performing poorly, or leaving matches early. Also, gambling partners could benefit from privileged information. The boldness, the betrayal of the sport, the total neglect for the honor of professional basketball is unbelievable. And it does not end there. Former NBA player Damon Jones was indicted in both operations, allegedly connected to the fixed poker network and the insider betting plot, accused of sharing private details about Lakers stars like LeBron James and Anthony Davis. When one person is linked to several parts of these unlawful activities, it reveals how deep and connected these operations truly were.
Good morning. Today we are here in New York to announce a historic arrest across a wide-sweeping criminal enterprise that envelops both the NBA and La Cosa Nostra. The men and women up here standing with me represent a small portion of the leadership team that brought profound justice in an era that needed it more than any. I'll just highlight some of the details in the case and the FBI work, and then you'll hear from the others. But as you now know, individuals such as Chauncey Billups, Damon Jones, and Terry Rozier were taken into custody today. Former, current NBA players and coaches. What you don't know is that this is an illegal gambling operation and sports rigging operation that spanned the course of years. The FBI led a coordinated takedown across 11 states to arrest over 30 individuals today responsible for this case, which is very much ongoing.
Take a moment to absorb that. More than 30 people were taken into custody across 11 states. This was not a small operation or a few reckless individuals making poor choices. It was a large, organized, and strategically planned criminal network that operated for years, included many collaborators, and may have cheated victims and betting companies out of tens of millions of dollars. The magnitude of what is unfolding here is almost impossible to grasp. The fixed poker network, identified by officials as Operation Royal Flush, reportedly included high-stakes secret poker games financed and managed by organized crime groups, particularly members of the Bonanno, Gambino, Genovese, and Lucchese families. Yes, you heard that right. 4 of New York's notorious 5 families reportedly joined forces in an unusual alliance to carry out these operations. Such cooperation between organized crime groups is extremely uncommon and has not been witnessed at this magnitude in decades, marking a major development in the continuing fight against La Cosa Nostra. The poker games themselves seemed like scenes pulled from a crime novel. They used advanced cheating devices that could rival the imagination of top Hollywood writers, including modified shuffling machines that wirelessly sent card sequences to remote handlers who then passed the details back to accomplices at the table, and X-ray tables that let players view face-down cards instantly. Marked decks visible only through special glasses or contact lenses worn by insiders, hidden cameras transmitting information to systems that calculated likely outcomes. These games were held in lavish settings: Manhattan apartments, Hampton estates, Las Vegas casinos, and Miami venues, all chosen to attract wealthy players unaware they were being set up to lose everything. Victims reportedly lost at least $7.15 million, with some losing as much as $1.8 million in a single night. When victims failed to repay their debts, mafia enforcers allegedly resorted to threats, violence, blackmail, and theft to recover the money. This was not simply gambling, it was organized crime using modern technology and celebrity appeal to cheat players and relying on traditional mob intimidation to secure payment. The related inquiry, called Operation Nothing But Bet, centered on something just as corrupt, but in a different field, using confidential NBA information to influence sports betting markets. From December 2022 to March 2024, conspirators allegedly shared secret details about player injuries, illnesses, team strategies, and even deliberate poor performances to secure winning prop bets, wagers based on player statistics such as points, rebounds, or assists. The plot involved several NBA teams, including the Charlotte Hornets, Portland Trail Blazers, Los Angeles Lakers, Toronto Raptors, and Orlando Magic. Consider what this means: games watched, celebrated, and wagered on by millions of fans may have been tainted by insiders exploiting private information for profit. The faith that fans have in the fairness of the sport, the belief that they are witnessing true competition, has now been deeply shaken. The most detailed claim in the betting scheme centers on Terry Rozier and a matchup that occurred on March 23, 2023, when Rozier was still with the Charlotte Hornets. Prosecutors allege that Rozier informed his childhood friend Dairo Lur and several others that he intended to leave the game early by pretending to have a foot injury. Using this inside knowledge, the group reportedly wagered more than $259,000 on Rozier's statistical underbetting that he would record fewer than 15.5 points, along with lower rebound and assist numbers than predicted. What followed was exactly that: Rozier played only 9 minutes, scoring 5 points, grabbing 4 rebounds, and making 2 assists, all far below both his season averages and the betting expectations. The wagers produced large profits, bringing in tens of thousands of dollars that were allegedly taken straight to Rozier's home, where the group counted their earnings. Sportsbooks had noticed strange betting activity earlier that day, with one gambler placing 30 bets within 46 minutes, all of which succeeded. Despite these warnings, the NBA chose to quietly sideline Rozier for the rest of the season, officially citing a foot injury, but possibly aiming to prevent a scandal from reaching the public. Now, nearly 2 years later, that same controversy has erupted with massive impact, and the consequences are just beginning: the viral moment and resurfaced evidence. Here's where things become even more intriguing from a media and online culture angle. During the major press conference announcing the arrests and charges, something unexpectedly humorous and instantly viral occurred, slightly distracting from the seriousness of the criminal allegations being revealed.
The indictment details specific examples where the defendants profited from illegal gambling and illegal betting on various NBA games, about the performance of players on, among other things, the Charlotte Hornets, the Portland Trail Blazers, the Los Angeles Lakers, and the Toronto Rangers.
Did you notice the Toronto Rangers, not the Toronto Raptors, the real NBA team, and not the New York Rangers, the NHL team, but the Toronto Rangers, a team that does not exist in any professional sports league at all? U.S. Attorney Joseph Nosella Jr. made this unforgettable mistake during what was meant to be a very serious press conference about organized crime, federal conspiracy charges, and possible corruption within America's top basketball league. And the internet wasted no time reacting to it. Within moments, memes flooded social media, with fans joking about buying Toronto Rangers season passes, imagining how many titles this imaginary team had earned, and inventing detailed histories of the best players in Rangers lore. Some creative fans even began designing fake jerseys and logos for the team that never existed. The humor offered a short moment of relief in what was otherwise a deeply serious and unsettling news story about possible criminal conspiracy at the top levels of professional basketball. But while that mistake spread online as pure comedy, something far darker was also gaining traction. Real footage and evidence appeared to support the prosecution's claims of game fixing and insider betting. And once you see it, it is impossible to forget, raising serious concerns about how widespread this alleged corruption might have been. Recalling that March 23, 2023 Hornets game, a sports medicine doctor decided to rewatch the footage frame by frame to determine if there was any genuine sign of the foot injury Rozier claimed had forced him to leave the game early.